they have the steps of yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. So first is yam. Yam means the relationship that we have with the outside world. So there are like 5 legs in this. Then we have niyam. Niyam means the relationship that we maintain with ourselves. That also has 5 steps into it. Then comes asan. Asan, here we think it's yoga asan, like complicated things. But since this is more towards self-realization meditation, the only asan which Maharishi Patanjali recommends is Sthir Sukh Asanam, which means we have to just find a comfortable position which gives us sukh, which gives us comfort. That's why you don't have to make yourself uncomfortable, but you have to keep your spine straight. That is important. So,
with the support also, even the sofa, the back support.
if you can avoid taking support, that will be great. Asan, then pranayam. So pranayam is what we are already doing. It's like 9 counts, inhale, pause for 1, exhale for 9. So you can reduce or increase the number of count. People generally use their own technique and then they introduce their own counts, because as per Maharishi Patanjali, he has given his process that if you will break your like you'll give pauses in between. It's called Antar Kumbhak and Bahya Kumbhak. Kumbhak means holding the breath. So all he wants us to do is to be able to control the breath. If we can do it, it means we can control the mind. And you must have noticed when you inhale and you pause, there is some sort of a stillness that comes into you, right?
Yeah.
You must have noticed it. So this is like a beginning priming state. You are priming your breath. You're priming your mind to go into the deeper states. So this is what pranayam is. Then comes pratyahar. Any idea what is pratyahar? The meaning of it?
Is it awareness?
No.
I did, but I forgot.
Okay. So pratyahar means controlling of the senses. So what are we trying to achieve here? We are sitting and we are slowly, gradually bringing our attention, our awareness from the outside world to the body, and we are going even within. So step by step, we are shutting down our senses. So we close our eyes, then we slow down our breathing, and then we go into the energy body, then we go upwards, and then we go maybe into subconscious and try to resolve it. So it basically depends upon the goal. But what is this process? Process is to control the senses so that they don't disturb us. We need our senses to be under our control. So we should be, that's why you must have seen yogis, they can meditate for so long without food, without anything, right? So how are they managing it? Because they have controlled their senses a lot. And the way we control our awareness from day to day in the day-to-day activity, like if we are writing something, we'll focus on writing. That is also kind of pratyahar, because you are bringing your awareness back to what you want to focus upon. Now, after pratyahar comes dharana. So dharana is concentration. It means after pratyahar, only we can concentrate. If pratyahar, which is a controlling of the senses, is not there, we cannot concentrate. So it's like bringing the awareness back to attention, pratyahar, then comes concentration. Once we are able to make the awareness stay in the prolonged states, that becomes concentration. Then comes dhyan, meditation. Prolonged states of concentration becomes meditation. And then samadhi, which we are trying to achieve. It's like the complete stillness within us. Now, even in samadhi, there are like 2 stages, and there could be even more. But what I know of is like there is Savikalp Samadhi and Nirvikalp Samadhi.